just under a month they've been here.
How great it is, you tour in a different country, then you win all your games and everyone else just getting a chance. Just analyzing your players as a coach, making sure that you prepare them for next year's tournament. Good for the New Zealander. They've done very well just putting the under-19 team together, just touring in South Africa. And at least next year, when the tournament starts or when they're really preparing for the tournament, the coach will have a pretty good idea what does he have in his players. I'll definitely pass this video to Coach Bafana Tleko, the head coach of under-20 Springbok young team. Very competitive as well in this age group.
Yeah, they are really competitive.
Well. And France, and they're always bringing the
series that we had not so long ago was successful for South Africa. France, England was here as well.
Yeah.
So all of it vital prep for next year.
Yes, let's hope it's a precaution, making sure that he's stable.
And awesome to see from a New Zealand perspective. Obviously, fresh legs have made their way onto the park as we've gone on here, but the continuity, the game plan still stays the same.
Yeah, well, you expect that from the guys that are coming from the bench, that replacement just to raise that tempo, just to continue from the players that have started the game. And then, of course, you've seen the game, you're sitting on the bench, you can tell what's happening onto the game, hence you are still part of the game, even if you're not in the starting 15. So by the time you get your opportunity, you just got to make a difference.
I mean, in particular, the likes of Fadia Faga, he's made his way off the park, but Byron Smith has taken over that role in the 22 jumper. Really no difference.
Yeah.
The game plan still stays the same. They're still attacking that gain line. Ball in hand has been good, evasive with his footwork.
Yeah.
Then from a Lions perspective, really been impressed with the loose trio. Van Vrede as well as Vessels. They've toiled hard in the trenches. Benge we've spoken about. Not the best over the last 5 minutes he's had, but certainly throughout the game his control has been absolutely fantastic. The throwing of Khobla at line-out time has been a spick and span, and the contest from Dan Buerter as well has really been good. So a couple of players putting up their hands certainly in this Lions team. I love the fact that Mills in a 12 role also can take that first receiver and take a little bit of pressure off Benge.
Yeah, look, it's a decent team. That's a Golden Lions team, I must say, because if you think about it, if we're looking at it realistically, they've probably trained within a week, possibly maybe 2 weeks, and then you're looking at this New Zealand team, they've probably been together for more than a month. They've played games, and they've combined very well, and they kind of, just know exactly what needs to be done as a Lions team. If they can stick together, perhaps maybe next day it could be the team that will make a huge difference when there's under 20 or under 21 competition next year here in South Africa for the province.
Yeah, all positive learnings from the Lions perspective. A lot of these players expected, looking forward rather to filling into that under 21 setup there as well.
Lion really playing. So
promising to where the showing go from him, and manages to run himself out there. better from the Lions. Coast to coast ball here. It's just running out of space by the time he gets onto the ball.
Yeah, you got to be aware of the line. I mean, there was a very good pass there from Mubenge, long pass and straightening it up there. As the Swiss had an opportunity, had to work very hard. Perhaps maybe in 2 minds of going on the outside or stepping in. It's always better if you're close to the touchline. You gotta step inside because that's where the support will be coming from anyway.
Loose ball here. Who's going to jump on it first? Looks like Irons the ball. Let's see. Lions now bullied into the touch area.
Yeah, it's the second time in less than a minute the Lions being bundled out of touch, not really being aware of what's been happening around them. This time is Sheldon Porter. 35 points to 10, so 8.5 minutes to go.
Slight momentum swing we've seen the last couple of minutes. They're really up are the Lions.
Let's scrum it.
And a scrum here. Nicely positioned for the Lions team.
Yeah. Still got time for the try here, the Lions. So Probla is back into the trench at number 2. Kotze has been very good at loose at Profit.
Chapel Wonder ball here left behind by the Lions.
Good steal.
And now Smith turns. He's got Amini back.
Take him back. Wait.
Thank you. Hoist one up. All on now. Bit of a chip ahead here. Mills looking to clean up.
Lead. No.
And eventually the support arrives here, quite gingerly so from the Lions.
Don't shout at me. Leave it. Go back. Penalty, light on the player. That means your penalty. Quickly talk to me. Yes. So, you can't lay on the player. Alright? Now, reload. Thank you. Filling off.
Not shy to take things on old Bronson Mills. Take it quickly to New Zealand. Can they get it through the hands? That's a good line that he ran there. There was a tackle made. It's over the line, says the referee's happy with that.
Hey.
And try time here once more for New Zealand.
Yeah, he's wearing number 26 there.
Yeah, the same
Again.
Sam Hansworth. Foul 4.
Well, the setup was good, and then they got the momentum going forward there with a quick pass there from number 9. Just a little bit of a slip. Good running lines there from Sam, and Sam just going over the try line. So it created a space for himself with a good small little running angle as converted by Smith. So that should take them now to 40 points to 10. As slowly but surely now the game is coming into an end. So it's 4 minutes to go before final whistle today as New Zealand babies 40 points and Golden Lions under 19-10. Restart by Benge, kicks it deep. Underneath the ball is maybe Black stuck there, just ran the ball from inside. So Nathan Black's there, ball in hand now.
Yep. Okay.
This game, the Lions will need to finish off this game on a high.
Captain. Sorry.
There's another.
We had 2 late tackles here as well. So let's just get a discipline on the back. Ball's passed, we can lead.
It's just a player getting medical attention. We are going to be just catching on now, with load shedding, so apologizing to the viewers. That's the situation here in South Africa. If you're watching from all the way in New Zealand, as supporters from the Lions just really looking very disappointed about the game today. They were expecting a lot from their teammates. Some of them are teammates and some of them are friends, as it was not to be. So this New Zealand team that's been very good, just winning all their their games here, just started in September the 19th, just playing against Western Province, just put them on 86 points to 0. And of course on the 24th of September they played against the Sharks in Durban. The final score there was 54 points to 13 to New Zealand team. So 29th of September, that was past weekend. They say it was the closest game where the New Zealand team won by 42 points to 31. And today, the 4th of October, that's their last game today. And they tour, just playing against the Lions. And it's a win, definitely. Because already they've put on 40 points onto the board, and the Lions only 10. With
Right. Penalty advantage just on that side for the late tackles. Just back.
That's what's been happening today. So the last play will be really.
Let's just wait for medics.
We'll need Banger just to find touch. Far side. So this is how it ends here. The Ellis Park Stadium. So the last play that will be taking place for the Lions on the far side of the park now. Marnu Grobler will feed the Lions. Good line up the Lions. Pressure.
Moving backwards, it's one!
With the ref just calling a.
Stay dead! Stay dead!
The ball down Horn to Miles to Banger. It's a long pass this time. Really just got full wide, but then again Banger on the 9 with the Mbeku. Horn just directing the plays, calling his plays. Tipinar fighting, big tackle backwards, still looks after the ball. On Banger, long pass, good handle. There's 5 meters now, 10 meters towards the try line. Just counteract is coming from the Baby Blacks. Peku He just touched that ball, that's why they will have to tackle him there. Now, Josh Harold takes it up. Horn. Chumbenge again. Right in the middle of the park. Well, good defense at this stage by the New Zealand team. Horn. Chumbenge with a nice little corner kick. And this time was not to be. As final whistle goes. Yeah. A good play from the visiting team who have finished off this tour unbeaten, and then the final whistle goes and they've put on 40 points onto this Lions team. And then of course with the tries that came in numbers, with their centre Jay Polofu just scoring their 3 tries, and of course with Fainga just converting them. To Lucy, the hooker just scored as once again, if you're looking at the lines, only 2 tries that were scored with Bristol and Horn, who have done very well as it ends right here at this Park Stadium. So that's how it goes. So New Zealand team being victorious once again and beating all the teams. As the match highlights that are coming now, just to have a look and see how it went. This is when the haka was done just before the game, and the first try just came in there. A nice loop around with an outside centre just coming in, Te Polotu, just going over the try line. There's a little bit of pressing too hard there from the Lions when it comes to defence, and that was going to be always going to be a very difficult one. Now the Lions just came in here with Mbenge just putting on a grubber kick, and all the way who was following up that kick was Tian Vassals, who has worked tirelessly in this game. Now New Zealand there, the scrum in the middle of the park, they've just added the numbers in the blind side, just creating space for themselves, and the pass really just beat a man there, and scoring his second try. So Topolotu, once again Topolotu with the long pass, but this time just play with number 10 who came in, AJ Fainga. That was his first try. Good running fly half this one, really just creating lots of nuisance for the Lions at play, and this was well worked try. There was no one else who was covering that space at the back, and once again the outside centre Faitulonga just came in there, just picked up that ball and scored a try. And this was a clever move now from the Lions, with Horn just coming in as a sub number 9, just spotting an opportunity, taps and go, and he was in the money ball there scoring a try. So the Lions now with 2 tries on the board. This was a very good well worked line out as Tain Kolise just finding his jumpers just behind there, that Maul just controlling the ball, just going forward 5 meters towards the try line. Good body position there from the New Zealand team. Eventually they scored a brilliant try. So well worked try there. That's the forwards try. They'll be very happy about that. Yeah, that was very disappointing because Lions were not even aware here. So quick play, and then once again good running line by the Lions trying to defend. As it stands now, New Zealand team 40 points to 10. So don't go away, because I've got Ulaki with the interviews.
Convincing victory by the New Zealand under-19s by 42 points to 10. I'm joined here by the captain, Taylor Cahill. Taylor, we were talking a little bit earlier this Sun. It was a scorch out there, wasn't it?
Oh, absolute scorcher. I personally struggled at the start of the match. You know, the heat just really takes it out of you, and obviously for us, one of our first times at altitude, so massive battle out there, yeah.
Certainly, you didn't see much kicking from you guys. You have to keep that ball in hand.
That's the way we like to play rugby in New Zealand. Keep the ball in hand, bit of continuity, get some offloads. That's our game. So I think we got pretty close, but obviously a lot to nail. But we've learned a lot from this tour.
Slow and sluggish start from you guys here. The Lions really put you guys under pressure, particularly territory time. But then once the passes got going, I mean, 3 tries for Tupo, he was excellent out there.
Yeah, it was awesome. You know, to see the boys really open up after a very, very tough start. I mean, credit to the Lions. They opened up very, very well, and with that heat, it's just so hard to stick with it. So credit to them. But yeah, it was an awesome game.
Set pieces from a Lions point of view, probably a little bit better than New Zealand, but certainly in loose play, you guys getting that ball out nice and wide was really effective for you guys.
Yeah, definitely a work on for us as our